Param Shanti. Today we would be covering few topics already explained by Bapuji and is uploaded in our YouTube channels in Hindi. We would add the link for your references. We have taken few extracts from the video which gives you a basic outline of what Bapuji is delivering in his videos. This is our small initiative for those viewers who face problem in understanding Hindi, as all the videos of Bapuji is in Hindi, but we are trying to cover the maximum videos, providing English caption below the videos while playing. Now the first topic which we would like to cover is non-attachment. Bapuji stressed the need for the non-attachment if one wants to grow into spirituality. Attachments are the great hindrance in the path of spirituality. One must be completely unattached to all. One must be free from the results of one's action and the efforts. In meditation, when one uses intellect, one may remember someone. But we should know remembrance or memorizing is also an obstruction. One must be completely centered in one beings. Then only there would be a progress and a speed in the path of spirituality. To move ahead, there is also great need for silence, that is, Maun. Growth and spiritual progress are deeply connected with the Akash Tattva, that is, ether element, often referred to as a space. And also it is correlated with the element of silence. Scientists are also thinking about the correlation between time, space and speed. Everything has emerged from the Akash Tattva, and therefore one needs to be filled with silence to progress the spiritually and again move more towards the Akash Tattva. Atma in its subtle form goes up to the Akash Tattva, that is ether element, to gain energy. This can happen only if there is a complete non-attachment or the desirelessness. When someone dies and if there are desires in the person, his subtle body remains confined to the gravity of the earth. The soul will continue to roam about the earth in accordance with his desire and his karmic account. If one has to commit heavy karmas, his subtle body would become discharged and remain earthbound. This rule applies to even Devis and Devtas. When the causal body of a person does not know how to get power, the soul becomes negative and it will become earthbound. The gross body is made up of 5 elements. It is a heavy and moves slowly. There is a pain and sorrow in the 5 elemental world. Further, we would explain how the person can move beyond the 5 elements. Bapuji says that earlier there was Param Prakash or divine light. We may call it supreme divine radiance. In the initial stage, there was no elements or tattvas. 5 elemental beings came into existence later. Param Prakash, that is, divine light, is not an element, but it is a pure energy. So basically, the absolute authority is made up of Param Prakash, the divine light. Vacuum is made of 3 elements, that is, space, air and fire. The astral world is purely 3 elemental Here, ether, air, and fire have less and less of supreme divine radiance. When we reach 5 elemental world, there is almost no Param Prakash. Akash Tattva or ethereal element can be increased through meditation. When one has more Akash Tattva, people feel peace around that person. Their wishes can be fulfilled and a kind of tranquility prevails among them in a very presence of such person. In order to increase Akash Tattva, that is ether element, one has to go beyond and meditate with the Almighty authority. One must fill oneself with the light and believe that one is the spirit in the body and not the body. One must focus on the body of the light within oneself. Then one must imagine that the light body is moving upwards beyond Earth, beyond the Milky Way, beyond the galaxies, and then to the main source, that is the Almighty authority. Then one should be in front of the great flame, where there is supreme light. When one gets the divine light, the Akash Tattvas increases. One first leaves the earth element behind, then the water, then the fire, and then the air. Finally, one is filled with the vacuum or the space or the Akash Tattva. And if one keeps at it, one would even go beyond the prime elements and be filled with the Param Prakash, that is, the divine light. Bapuji says that meditating one can bring about the change in all the creations and its environment. If more and more people meditate this way, the entire cosmos can undergo a positive change. If we can change the atmosphere, the feeling and the vibrations will also change soon. First of all, we have to change ourselves and then collectively emanate our positive vibrations on the entire cosmos. Then and then only Param Sukh Shanti will prevail. Mankind is not prepared for such a great revolution. Therefore, we have to rely on 108 seed souls. When one dies, the person takes his experiences, distress and beliefs with him. If one is to follow of Jesus, one gives to that part of a spirit world where all the lovers and the followers of Jesus reside. One would sit there and spread this message of his masters or God. But Bapuji has explained us that we are the 108 seed souls and we can only change the atmosphere and the entire cosmos through bringing down the divine radiance and the power and spread in the whole world. Here we finishes up the first chapter. Keep watching Bapuji's channel and subscribe us. Visit our website www.discoveryofnewworld.com. Thank you. Param Shanti. I would request my viewers, please listen the divine knowledge and connect, which will connect you to the Supreme Almighty Authority. You can also go in depth by reading Bapuji new book releases Our Alien Connection and From the Heart of God, available in the Kindle version and paper book format, available at Amazon. Again, I would request my viewers to listen this knowledge and experience the divine travel. Param Shanti.